Hi guys, this is Stalish and this is going to be another build order VOD. I thought it's about time that I updated my build order VODs a little bit because I'm going to do a build order list for this game anyway, and you can see what I'm doing on the screen. So I mean, there isn't really any point of me just saying you do the 9 supply, you do that, because I think that you can notice that by just watching and also reading the build order list later on. So I'm mostly going to talk about some important stuff to think about and also some purposes for this build. This is going to be a Terran versus Zerg build order on Longinus, because Longinus is map of the week now, and also some people have asked me what are the good builds for Longinus, and I think that 14cc into bio is really good on Longinus. You could do some type of mech build as well, because there you can make a ling-proof wall on this location and on 6 o'clock location. So you could do that, but I think this map actually favors Terran versus Zerg, Terran over Zerg, using standard bio, marine medics, tanks, vessels. So there is no real need to complicate things. I think 14cc is good on this map, but if you start at 11 o'clock, 14cc is not a good option because you cannot do the ling-proof walls. So what you want to do then is maybe some type of a Yumi build or EE timing or something like that, because it's really good on this map as well. So what I'm gonna show here is the 14cc build. So I start off doing my supply in the wall and then take the SCV back to mine, and then on 13 of 18 I pull an SCV to the expansion to build the expansion. And then what I'm gonna do after this is I'm gonna finish my wall as soon as possible. So on 15 of 18 I'm actually gonna do the barrack, and then also on 15 of 18 I'm gonna place my supplies. So both barrack and supplies gonna be placed on 15, because if you do that you will be able to stop a 9 pool, because your supply depot will be finished in time for the 9 pool to attack here, and he won't be able to kill the barrack in time. So if you have 2 supply depots ready and the barrack there is a wall in, he will not be able to kill you if you react pretty well. You will need 3 SCVs. Well, it's like 1 SCV on each 2 Zerglings to repair. So if it's attacking with 6 Zerglings, you have to pull 3 SCVs and repair. So you should think a little bit about that. And then on like 17 I actually add a second barrack, so it's going to be pretty fast 2 barrack build here, and hopefully he's going to think I'm doing a really heavy echo build, which of course it is in a way, but I also cut a little bit of SCVs here in the beginning to be able to get up a really fast academy. As you can see here, now I cut SCVs from this command center just to be able to put that academy up as soon as possible, because then after 5 marines are ready from those 2 barracks, you're gonna make 2 medics and then 2 firebats, and then you're gonna move out. So it's quite early pressure actually, even though it's a really economic build, and that's really what I like about this. One thing that you can't forget, sometimes it's really important that you do, is remember to put the supply depot down on 30 of 36, because otherwise it will hurt you a little bit. 30 here, I put it on 31. It's also okay, but try to put it on 30 to make the build order perfect. So why I do this 2 racks pressure opening is because of many things actually, because usually the Zerg player, when seeing that you do any type of 14cc build, he will actually do only 2 hatcheries, 1 in main, 1 in natural, and then he will take an expansion with a 3rd hatchery. And if he does that, there's no way he's going to be able to stop your initial 2 bats, 2 medics, and 5 marines. So just keep your SCV a little bit alive in his base to see if he's doing a 2 hatch build or something like that, and then you're going to move that SCV out and search for expansions. And also when you move out here with your 5 bat and marines and medics, lift the barrack and move out another SCV. So if the first SCV isn't dead yet, you're going to have 2 SCVs from scouting the map for some kind of expansion, and that's really good. And also want to talk a little bit about if he comes with, of course, if he comes with a 4-pool, this build order is pretty much it's pretty much a build order win if he finds you on the first location, but it's good versus 9-pool speed and 12 hatch. And if his first initial drone actually scouts you really early and it prevents you from placing that command center, I suggest that you just pull 2 SEs and then you can place the command center just close to that expansion as long as you get it down really quick, because then you can just lift it and so on. So don't allow him to actually delay your expansion like that. And from here, when I move out with my Marine, Firebat, and Medics, I will actually add an eBay and another rack. So it's going to be three barracks, Academy, eBay. Okay. And then from there, when you feel like you can afford it, and usually after the eBay is finished, I place a factory. During all this time, make sure that you have one SV making supplies, okay? And after this factory is finished, you're just gonna go towards starport and then science facility, and you're gonna have three barracks at all this time. So you're gonna be pretty safe versus mutilates and stuff. As soon as your academy is finished, you're gonna upgrade stim. And then when the stim pack is finished, you're going to have enough gas to upgrade range. And when the range is finished, then you add your comsats, because that is the timing. So then your comsats will be up at 6 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that. And you will have 15 seconds to place turrets before the mutalisks come if he does a 3-hatchery muta build. So that's pretty good. And also you want to add your refinery at the same time as you add your factory. One good thing about Longness is that you have a lot of mineral patches. I think you have 10 mineral patches in your main, and that allows you actually to get another racks going. So from now I have 3 racks. I can add another racks pretty fast, and also it will allow you to have enough cash to add a second refinery pretty fast. So I actually add my second refinery as soon as I start my factory, even though I already have 3 barracks at that time. So well, without going more into that, what you want to do here is that you just want to defend versus those first mutalisks, okay? And then basically you want to move out when you have 3 tanks and 1 vessel, and do, well, sort of the 9-min push build from here. But the thing is, you're going to have a lot more units because of the economic opening, and also you have already been pressuring the Zerg, so he will have less economy, and hopefully 1 expansion is down. So it's going to be really beneficial. This builder has been really useful for me, and on ICOP I haven't lost almost any game using this build order, even though they have 9-pooled and a 9-pool speed. I guess it's a little bit because of the map as well, because it's a little bit imbalanced towards Terran versus Zerg, of course, but it's a really good build. And when you move out, you can add 2 more barracks here, and then you add a second starport when you have enough money or gas or whatever. So if you want to know the exact build, you should check out the build order list, because I'm going to make one as well. So let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, if you scout him and you see him doing some sort of 2-hatchery lurker build, it will most definitely be some kind of a drop build. And I would actually suggest that you add 2 factories at the same time and take a second gas pretty early on, and then take 2 vessel and make only 1 vessel, and then just pumping tanks out of those 2 factories, and your economics will be better than his anyway. So it's going to benefit you. And just be sure to beware of those drops. And the initial Firebat and Marines will be good for this matter as well, because you can pressure him and hold his lurk in space. So I'm going to do the game VOD now. I hope you enjoyed this.